Hi, welcome to Survival Skills. So the Guardian farm that I talked about in the last video is complete. Um, we drained around the farm for a 50 block perimeter and we're getting really good rates off of it now. Um, and it looks really nice. So I wanted to do a flyover there and show you like from the air what it looks like. So here's what it looks like from the air. Let me see if I can turn off my F1 so you can see it better. And I'm going to do a fly out and then kind of try and swoop in on it. Just so you can see the size of the build. So this is what we've been doing for the last week right here. So draining out around it, going out 50 blocks out into the ocean, all the way down to the ocean floor, and then in some cases even further than that because we found water under the monument, so we had to drain down underneath the monument. Um, so that's all done now, and we wanted to just leave it the way it is. We didn't want to do anything fancy with the floor, so with the ocean floor we just left it the way it was generated and planted some bamboo and then surrounded the whole thing with blue glass. And the idea was to kind of, make it look like ocean. And I mean, I don't know, the bamboo is supposed to kind of give the same a similar feel to what you would get from seaweed. I don't know if that works, but I think it looks magnificent. So, here's the top of the thing. If you've never seen the top, actually, let me go down here so you can see how tall this thing is. So that's from the tippy top of the farm, and then the floor is down there where you see those sea lanterns. That's where we're going to be standing in a second. And then above that, maybe 4 blocks above that, is the ceiling. And from that ceiling all the way up to the very tip top of this is filled with water, almost all the way up. And then at the top of that water, we've got fence gates that create a water flow that push everything that floats up to here, pushes everything into the middle, and then it goes into a drop tube that's right directly underneath these prismarine blocks here and drops down onto a set of hoppers, and that's how we collect the goodies. So I wanted to show you that from the outside so that when we go into the inside it makes more sense. So here we are on the floor. Here's the ceiling. You just saw the roof. So from here up to where I just said is full of water, and we've got soul sand on the top of this ceiling right here that's creating bubbles to bubble everything up, and then the water streams at the top push everything to the center, including guardians and ink sacs, because the guardians shoot the squid that spawn in here. The ink sacs float to the top, they get pushed over to the middle with everything else. You might have just seen a couple drop there, and they drop down and they get collected into an item sorter, and then eventually they drain down into these chests. So we've got 2 walls of chests. So this is one wall, there's another wall on the opposite side. 10 chests in each bay. All of these are full. So all of this stuff now that comes in is being sent into a burner, just being dumped into lava, because we're filled to the max on everything except ink. The ink is starting to come in now, though, that we did the draining, and it's looking pretty good. So we've got roughly a double chest of ink sacs in every bay, every ink bay. So it's looking good. The experiment worked. Now, if you want a practical ink farm, you can take a look at the last video that I published, and I show how to do a river farm there that is producing, I think, as much ink or more than this farm is right here for the same amount of time. And it only takes maybe 2 hours to build that farm instead of like a week and a half that it took to drain all this out. So that didn't include the building, by the way, of this. That would just drain around it, about a week and a half. Here's the overall map. So you can see that it's not a perfect match to the ocean. So this is all the glass right here. So this is the perimeter that we just did. And then, of course, this is the monument right here. So that's it. It's done. So now we've got 2 mega projects that have been completed here. We've completed the Gauntlet, and well, 2 that I've worked on. There are many mega projects on this server. Somebody just showed me an iron farm that is unbelievable. It's the Nembon Iron Farm. I saw that in a video and I thought, who's going to build that? Well, somebody built it. I was just looking at it and it works as advertised. I'm not going to build it. Way too much work. I'm going to do a Dock M77 farm, and I'm probably going to find a way to stack that. So I need to go retrofit our iron farms at some point here. That may be one of my next projects, and it'll be like a mini mega build because I'm going to want to try and take that farm to the max. One cell out of that Dock M77 iron farm supposedly produces 500 iron ingots. I want to do like 4 to 8 cells. So what would that be? 4,000 iron ingots per hour, if I'm doing my math right. So we'll see. We'll see if I can do it. In any event, got to do some retrofitting, and I'm definitely going to be doing some iron farms because all of our old iron farms were nerfed. That Nembon farm is amazing to look at in person, to see it in operation, and I can't even imagine what it took to build it. But I have a different take on things, so I'm going to be doing Dock M77. Anyway, that's the Guardian farm. That's a little bit about plans for the future, what I'm hoping to do next maybe, and then I'll of course be working on the iceberg builds, trying to develop that biome there, and I want to do like a boat run to take you out around those icebergs and turn it into a showpiece. So that'll be a big bunch of work there. That's another kind of mega project if it's done right. So fun things to come, and I don't know, might pop over to a different world at some point. Just started another survival world with one of the subscribers, and I'm really kind of like, it's exciting to start a new world. So we just started from scratch, and we're doing some it's amazing how much we got done in one day because this other person's a pretty good builder. We didn't even have to talk to each other. We just started building, and it's already looking magnificent. I can only imagine what's to come in that world. So we might pop over there and take a look at some point. Anyway, that's it for today. If you like the video, please click the like button. If you have questions or comments, please leave those below. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss out on future videos, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell. Thank you very, very much for your support for the channel. We're like closing in on 500 subscribers, and there's another number. I mean, they're just numbers, but you know, I get excited when I see certain numbers, and the one I'm kind of like, I'm looking at like 500 subscribers, but I'm also looking at 100,000 views. So it looks like we're almost up to 100,000 views for the videos on this channel, which just blows my mind. I can't, to me, that is a lot. I noticed somebody's got 10 million. It's nothing, but probably they remember their first, 1,000 or so, and you know how it starts off as just this thing. You don't know if anybody's going to be interested at all, and wow, 100,000. So thank you so much for all the support. I really appreciate it. And I'll just leave you with that thought. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.